have a trending video of a Nigerian man who is a self-acclaimed best in the world as he consoles his daughter after her mom scolded her. That's the trending video. Please let's have the video on the screen. Then we'll come back to analyze the story. Stay with us.
Baby. It's okay. We are come, Audrey. Leave her. Come. Come, it's okay. Come. Leave her. Come. Hey. Oh, yeah, come. It's okay. Sorry. It's okay. What do you want to do? You want to watch cartoon? You want to watch cartoon? Yeah, stop crying. You want to watch cartoon? Stop crying. Don't cry.
Audrey!
Don't beat her again.
Keep quiet.
Leave her. Don't beat her again. She'll stop. Stop.
Chicken is there.
What?
Chicken is there.
You say what?
Chicken is there.
Chicken is here.
Yes.
Collect it.
I did not keep.
Yeah, give mommy chicken. Give mommy the chicken. Say mommy take. Say mommy take. You see? You see? Say mommy I love you.
No.
Say mommy I love you.
No.
So that was a very, very sweet and funny video of a father and his child. So my question to you is, how can parents maintain unity in correcting their child? Because before we watched this video, you made a statement that parents are meant to train a child together. If you want to scold a child, scold the child. But funny enough, I've heard other parents say both of them cannot be hot-headed or strict at the same time. One has to be calm, the other has to be strict. So what's your take on this?
Yeah, you are very correct, because if the child does what is wrong, so that's a certain level of wrong. You can, the two of you can, one can scold and the other one pet. But when the offense is on the extreme, the two of you have to really condemn that act. Because sometimes it depends on what the child must have done. If the child has done something on the extreme and one parent is saying, okay, oh, sorry, another one is saying, oh, you have done wrong, that's going to encourage, at least the child want to swing to the side of the person, the person that is supporting the child. So it depends on what the child must have done. This one is just a light offense, a light thing, mother spanked and the father, but basically when it comes to an extreme cases, the two of them must say, this is what you have done wrong. Although one person might say you can do better, but nevertheless, this is okay. Somebody was telling me about the BB Nigeria thing. Look at the guy that was what do you call it now? Disqualified.
Yeah,
Faith.
Yeah.
I was fighting everybody in the house, and last that they said when the father met him, and the father scolding him, he was hugging him. So and stuff like that, and so parents. That means the father has been hugging him before he went over there to go and publicly disgrace the father and the house.
No, I would not agree with you on that.
Basically, but I didn't watch it that much. But the story I was told is he has been fighting this one, fighting that until he was disqualified. And so before our children get to the point to go and disgrace us in the marriage, go and disgrace us somewhere, we should find a way to calm them. And but we should weigh whatever they must have done.
Yeah.
There should be a balance in training the children. Don't say, oh, because there's some men or women. The child has done what is terrible, but you are saying, oh, enough, you have talked enough is enough. That sometimes it's not enough. When I was 7 and last of that, I was doing something, joining some boys on the street to do some things. We were in Mushin in those days. And my parent came, my father came, heard about it, flogged me. My mother came, heard about it, and flogged me. And that was the last time I did that thing. So that was the last time I joined them on the street to go and be doing some nonsense play and lacks of that. So that thing till date, I keep ringing in my head. So But if one has said, yeah, okay, it's enough. That will give me some level of confidence to still want to do more.
Yeah.
You know, so but but in this our generation where they say you don't flog them, but you can't flog them, but scold them, let them know that
They're
They're wrong.
Okay, thank you very much. And also, I want to come from this angle of you first said that though that must everything be a content, and also with the fact that you said both parents are supposed to be, you know, if they're both parents are supposed to be in conjunction of scolding.
Yes.
Like what you said, most people believe that, you know, one person is scolding, the other person is hugging. But my question is, why do you think there's a logical reason to why men are usually the best friends of their daughters, and why not men to men, women to women? Why?
Basically, you know, there's this affinity between men and the two opposite sex, because men always have a soft spot for women.
Yes.
That most times, and women on the hand, they want to really pamper their child, their boy, or have this softness for men as well. So women, put women and women together, you know that you put fire together. You know, so the same thing goes to children, you know, or put men and men. Is you know, in fact, the one of man, the father to man and man, they are not as terrible as women and women.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the way it is. So a man, like I have my first daughter now, no matter this thing, she's always with me. We are so close and lacks at that. My other daughter is close to the mother, so it's always like that. So that is daughter. That is the way it always be, because there's affinity, there's this soft spot for the opposite sex.
Okay, let's pick this call. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, that one dropped. Let's see some messages. This one says, okay, I think this is just a regular message, just to say you're doing a good job. Well, I would say, to be honest, I actually agree with you. Father to daughter is much easier, because sometimes when you tell your mommy, there's one guy that came and meets me and he toasted me, you know, whatever way you want to put it. I'm like, who is that? She probably takes it up the wrong way. But you know, fathers might be like, oh really? Yes. Oh, how did you say? You know, they make it a bit interesting,
because they are feeling the vibe. They are trying to understand.
Because they are also a man. So they get
yes.
to want to flow in that aspect more. Women, please loosen up a little bit.
But this thing happened yesterday. I was discussing with somebody yesterday. He said he has a 21-year-old daughter. The girl just bought meat pie and some ice cream to the house. I said, Daddy, one guy saw me, he's trying to make woo me and that, and he gave me this one. I said, you know, they were talking about it, and the way the guy was handling the matter so lightly, I said, well, that's good. But he said, don't collect that thing and relax that. I advised the girl and relax. So I was happy for the fact that the girl could open up to the father. And he said, Daddy, this is the meat pie they gave to me. And the father, the guy was, you know, so that rapport is so nice. So that a child should be able to open up to the parent. I don't know, these ones are no going area. This one is good, or focus on this, after some years, open up to such.
I was going to come to that. You know, you mentioned something about faith when his father hugged him after assaulting the lady. The reason why I said I don't agree is because parents understand their children
much better.
Yes, they understand that this child will not get better. This child will not change by just punishing or beating. There are some children that you need to get across to them when you have tapped into that emotional spot. You have to be calm with them, talk to them, ask them questions for them to open up. And when you talk to them, they even listen more than the ones you have beaten. Because those ones, they are changing because they don't want to be beaten. And they have the tendencies of repeating the same thing when you are not around to beat them. But you see the ones where you touch that part of them, where they really get to the point that they understand that yes, they have really faulted. It stops. So each parent understands their child. They really do.
Okay. Let's focus on this matter now. Let's say the father has used the same method for this guy, but this guy went on national TV and exhibited most of these things that most of people condemned. Like I told you, I didn't watch much of it. You people must watch a lot of it, and because I've exhibited a lot of things, because somebody was showing me how he fought this one, how he dragged a lady up, fell down, fought the man. You know, so a child has done such like that. That means he has gone to the heights of expression of his weakness. So as a father, when you are meeting such a child, you don't give such a child a hug. You just hold the child, begin to show some gesticulation that we get to, because eventually that was what was online. Because sometimes, you know, like I told you, everything is content. Eventually, it's showed on the internet. The father could have scolded him in the inner corner and laughed at that, but nobody saw that. The only thing they saw, the father hugged him and embraced him, say, well done, all the one you have done in the house, how you have blown them and you are giving them punch is good. And the
negative stories always fly faster than
that
the
is the
positive.
reason why we have to be careful.
Yes,
because gesticulations and laughs and
yes, because I watched that video and she was trying to trigger him intentional triggers. There is a level to which I'm not no, I don't watch the show. I'm not a fan of that show. Do you understand? But I just understand the way people are. The negative stories flies faster, and I watched that particular video. She kept provoking him over and over and over again, and he was trying to like hold it till it got to the. I'm not trying to support him assaulting. That it is very wrong. He should have been calm or just left that area to have reacted that way.
If his wife had provoked him, if his wife had provoked him, my wife provokes me many times, and sometimes the way I handle it, I was just thinking about it when I was younger. I said, oh, could I have handled things like this? We provoked many times, and I've never lifted my hand to say I want to eat or something like that, or do you want to drag her down? Okay, let me show you that I'm the man. Let me shake you a bit. You know. So although it's still young anyway. So, but no matter how much, let's make this on a general note. No matter how much a woman provokes a man,
do not raise your hand.
Never make a more. You can. I'm always scared of something. Okay, the person was trying to shake them a bit, and they hit their head to something, and the lady.
But it did not shake her. It grabbed the object that she was holding,
dragged her down,
dragged it, and she fell
off her hand.
Off her hand, yes.
So it was that dragging part that it feels like
he assaulted. Yeah.
Because dragging the bucket. Obviously, a woman does not really have that stamina.
Yeah.
So dragging the bucket, and she's still holding on to it. She followed the bucket and
it became a pattern. It became a pattern. He did to somebody else. He will stand on the matter, face them head on, and make sure he wins the matter. He did it to one person,
which is very bad.
It becomes a pattern. That's character is a trait that you express here. As when it was only a mistake, it's one person will say it was a mistake.
Yes.
So when it becomes a pattern, that can become lasted, and that's why parents should ensure that when they see such patterns in a child, even from a childhood, they should be able to correct that. Because at a point in time, now we are generalizing this thing now. At the point in time, they will be able to. Something will still manifest at a point whereby they themselves will be put to shame.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to say a bit about faith. Yeah, faith disqualification, fine. We like that because that should just help to train men and tell men, okay, let's pick this call before I continue what I'm saying. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, we got your message.
Gracious God.
Okay, well, I just want to say something about faith. Like Gratitude said, we humans have where our elasticity gets to, and I think I'm not excusing what Faith did. I think the reason why they disqualified him was because he has done something similar like that to somebody else. I'm sure if that was the first time, they wouldn't have disqualified him. But it seemed like that is his own way of attacking things, which means he probably has anger management issues. That's true. Another area that we might be looking at is the fact that just maybe because he said something that he hates his mother, so maybe the place of the mother was not there, so something was a bit not too there about the upbringing, and you could see that when it was time to come welcome, it was the father that was there, so obviously it was like as though the mother was not in the picture. But if we want to look at the scenario of what happened between Faith and the bucket and the girl, to be honest, I can't entirely blame Faith. I can also blame the lady, because you don't push a man. That act is one of the reasons why. I'm not saying violence is good. It's a no. But these are one of the things that push men to the wall that raise their hand. I'm not talking about the animalistic ones. That's any small thing they want to raise their hand. No. Sometimes when they push you to the wall, you get, not that you get violent, you just want to raise your hand. I remember who you are, like, because of you, I won't raise my hand. So there are women who can actually push you to the wall intentionally to see what you do. But I think another thing I was not smart about is that this is a game. So anybody's meant to push you to the wall so that you be disqualified. To disqualify or to get out of the show.
Emotional intelligence.
So that they can win. It's even for the winning. So she might be doing it on purpose because that's a task for him to do. And it's hindering her from doing the task. So that alone, I just feel that Faith should have been more smarter to know that he was trying to get her.
The same thing happens in a football match. A player is trying to push the emotional intelligence of another player so that he can fight and get a red card.
Yes, exactly.
So that's the way it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And let me just corroborate what you're saying. The fact that we talk about, when we mention violence between opposite sex, we are always tending towards the men. The women should also be careful
Exactly.
with this violence approach, and violent provocations and lots of that. And at the end of the day, when the man begins to eat up and make punches, they say, "Oh, the man is violent." They can say, "I'm changing to the because women also, they say they are being violent, they are talking aggressively, they are speaking. Sometimes they even eat the man.
Yeah.
But they felt because their own eating might not make so much effect or impact on the man, they felt, they
can go ahead.
They can go ahead, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You can provoke everybody has their own level of elasticity, like you said.
Yeah.
You know, where they can the boiling point where they are going to respond back bitterly. You know, because a guy, I was counseling a guy, he said the wife came to the bathroom and poured hot pepper.
What?
There are women like that.
Oh my word.
Pepper on his side. That was like the guy. I begged the guy, get back to the man. He said, "Pastor, forget it. I'm not going back to that woman." You know, after 2 children. So there are women like that.
Please, please.
No, in Australia. You know, so that's the way it works.
Okay.
So women should be careful as well.
Women should be very careful. We've been having a lot of calls. I think this period might just be picking more calls than responding to messages because of our time. Okay, we still have a little time. Let's pick this call.
Hello?
Okay, this number, I'm going to block you because you're not supposed to be with your phone at this time. Anyways, let's read this message. This one says, "Hello, the person to be blamed here is the daughter for accepting to sleep with his own blood father because of a shop. She shouldn't have agreed. Instead, she should run or shout for help. Her accepting was from her own choice. If she didn't allow it, the father might have a change of mind and still open the shop for her. So I say it's the girl's fault." Before we respond to that, let's pick this call first. Hello.
Hello?
Okay. Please, can you respond to that message, please? Saying that the fault is of the girl. She should have said no.
In the case of a thing like this, you don't blame a minor for anything.
Honestly.
A minor you can tell a minor anything. Minor, they are still trying to get a grip of life. They are trying to get somebody to get attracted to them. You know, they can't differentiate between what is right and what is wrong, that per se. You know, so a minor, a child like that, you mean say is the father can tell her anything and she's going to just fall. You know, so it's the man, is a man that should be blamed.
Right.
You know, assuming the lady is of age now, of 25, and you're telling your 25-year-old daughter because you're going to give her a shop and she's going to agree to sleep with you, that person should be she should take a blame. You know, but a minor of under 16, you know, you don't blame a minor for anything.
You don't. You know? We don't. Anyway, this one says again. Okay. Let me read another one. "It is absolutely necessary to discipline a child whenever he or she does something wrong. Let us not copy the behavior of the white people that have abolished discipline. Spare the rod and spoil a child." This is Oluwatosin, Captain. Okay, thank you very much for that one. Well, we agree with you. Spare the rod and trust Africans now. There was a video we played in an early morning show this morning. I don't know if anyone saw that. It's even trending online on social media. Where they stay outside the country, and the mother was telling her to kneel, and she was like, "Why?
I need to go to my assignment, not kneel."
I said, "Not kneel." I was like, "What are you discussing with your sister?" I was just telling her that I'm not going to kneel. And in fact, the host on the show was like, I would have pulled my sleep before she even said I'm not. I would have, shut her mouth and African training is it just breeds respect, morals, value, and that is what we need to keep teaching our children every now and then. Okay, since we have a very limited time, let me just pick one more story. And let us just wrap up the show with that one. Okay, we'll be picking a story of a white lady that laments during a stop and search by the Nigerian police. Well, a white lady, we don't know what country she's from, has bitterly lamented online after Nigerian police officer stopped her on her way from Lagos mainland to island and started searching all of her bags. Let's watch that video.
they are holding us for control. They looked in my bag and everything. I never went to such a thing, I tell you. We just traveled from mainland to island, and they search us like we rob a bank of a criminal. Not nice at all. This time, Nigeria, I'm done with you.
Alright, welcome back. We just saw that video, but before we react to that, I do not know, Nigeria, I'm done with you. I hope our foreign investors are not saying that same thing. Let's pick this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
What's the going?
Are children on holidays? Are you back from school already? Please stop that. Anyways, let's react to the video of the white lady searching all her properties. First, is that really necessary? Because I feel before bringing it into the country,
Okay.
you know, they've done that already. Or is this possible, you know, after the airport, you know, some business transaction could have gone on. But really, is that really necessary to have searched the bags without a search warrant? I don't know.
Oh yeah, well, I will neither be here nor there, because in their country they do the same thing to the blacks. They do the same thing to Nigerians. You know, they see them moving, they try to check them, they try to even ask for almost of papers without even carrying anything. You know, so being in Nigeria, we shouldn't just condemn it all outrightly because they do the same to Nigerians out there.
Is it because they do the same? Does that make it right?
Yeah, no, that's why I said I want to just pick the fact that, you know, she shouldn't just call out, make it and say Nigeria is, I mean, make it as it's a bad thing per se, because they do the same. But the fact that Nigerian police ransacking people's belongings is wrong. So it's stop and search. If you are doing stop and search, you are doing it to holistically general everybody that passing. Not the one you saw somebody and you begin to, you know, giving a wrong image for Nigeria. We have to be careful with it, because investors are coming in who are going to be putting money into the economy, and a lot of people are going to be getting employed, and it's going to be improving the lives of people. So when we continue to do all of such things, we are reducing Nigeria to nothing. So the police should be careful with the way they are doing. They should be ethical about the way they go about their operations.
Stop and search.
Okay, well, let's pick this call. I think this is the last call before we go. Okay, that one. Drop the call. Let's read this message. This one says, what if a child did nothing and the parents flogged him? Is it good?
Well,
I think this is one of those children.
Yeah.
Is that your question? Oh, sorry. Well,
but it sure sounds like a child.
It sounds like a child. What do you think can be done? Now, this person is asking, what if a child did nothing wrong and the parent is flogging him? Is it good?
Is that possible? Is that possible? Is it? Will you flog somebody for not doing anything?
But it's actually possible.
There could be a misconception in the process, but it doesn't mean that there was no perception. There was something. They perceived that something was wrong before they start flogging the child. So at the end of the day, it might be the father. Oh, I didn't do it. They discover she didn't do it at the end, and they will apologize. There's many times I apologize to my daughter.
Apology after you have whipped me.
Do you know, I will not completely agree with that, because I think some time back, I think when I was in school, we had this neighbor that was very, very aggressive towards our child.
Okay.
So people got talking like, are you sure this lady is the one that gave birth to this child? So on this particular day, she beat that child so hard that people like had to go to the house and knock, Mama, what's in the happen? What's going on here? Then she wasn't able to even say anything. Then they asked the child what happened, and the child said, I didn't make sales today. Whoa. And the mother beats her that way.
Whoa.
So when we start asking questions, we now realize that the lady is just frustrated. She's a single mom. So it's like looking at that child reminds her of the life she had lived, the bitterness, the pain. So most of the parents nowadays make that transferring aggression and frustration to the child. The economy and the whole thing on the child, which is very bad.
Don't be angry, this is the economy.
No, don't use your children as scapegoats.
Please.
They are not the problem.
They are the receiving end of the
economic
economic
anger
action.
management maybe, or something. Ask for help.
Well, ask for help actually, because beating a child when a child did nothing wrong is wrong.
Very, very wrong.
And trust me, that child has that perspective that I actually try my best to do what is right by my parents, but every time I get punished,
eventually
you'll
it
be
will
losing that child gradually. Actually, you'll be pushing that child into the society, and trust me, the society we have now is not standard enough to train a child, because it takes a nation, it takes the whole country to actually train a child. Well, anyway, I hope we answered your question, young man or young lady.
That will
Thank
even
you
push
for-
the child to doing the wrong thing.
They're doing the
more.
wrong things again. Peer pressure, they fall into the peer pressure. Whatever they want to do, they just probably need that love
And
from
bottle the
somebody.
resentment.
Yeah, and they probably get it from the wrong place. So